Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning and welcome. My name is Richard, I'm a registered nurse. I have a clinic in the northwest of England in the UK and it's called No More Earwax and we do earwax removal, believe it or not. Who'd have guessed with a title like that? When I came to naming the business I thought, well, let's make it pretty obvious what we do. So yeah, there's 4 ears, I don't know why I'm pointing 10 up, there's 4 ears in this today. 2 ears of different patients, both very different for very different reasons. Both quite interesting. Now this lady, a lovely lady, hello there if you're watching, she, oh by the way, I don't know what, I was going to say what episode number this was, but I'll be honest, I ain't got the foggiest, because I've just recorded 3 in a row and upload them. When I get a spare half hour or hour, I kind of record them in a row and then upload them on different days. I'm really not sure which order I'm going to do it in, so make your own number up. Yeah, this lady, this one was only partly blocked this ear. It wasn't too much of a problem. You can see it got a bit right stuck down there on the eardrum though. So she did notice a difference with both of them, more so the next one than this one, but this one was still tricky nonetheless, especially because of where this one was, and it wasn't the widest ear as well. It was a bit tricky to grab that one, but we've just got that one. But yeah, she phoned me up and I got a phone call, and it was, if it's from outside your area or outside the UK, I think you get unusual numbers come up in front of it, and as did this when this lady phoned me, and it was in the morning. And she said, can I come and see you as soon as possible? I said, yeah, I actually had an appointment free in the next hour because somebody cancelled. I don't think she could make it, and when I asked why, well, I'm in Ibiza. Ibiza is one of the it's one of the Balearic Islands. It's part of Spain in the Mediterranean. Lovely place, good for a party, I believe. I've not been for a very long time, too old for that kind of thing. Excuse me. But she was on the, she was actually in the airport when she phoned me, and she said, I knew I had a bit of a problem before I went, but as I went, it got worse, you know, as tends to happen when you're on holiday. It's not so much the flying, it's a repeated exposure to water, swimming pools and what have you. These things can swell up and water get trapped behind and what have you. So sensing how desperate she was, I said, yeah, what time does your plane land? Thankfully the plane was on time and I could just about squeeze her in the last appointment of the day. So she literally came straight from the airport to see me. She was very happy. Excuse me, as you get in. But it was a bit tricky, this second one. Getting a lot fuller and a fair bit deeper down as well. There you go. That's a good one, isn't it? Now let's have a look. Nope, that's not all of it. Still a little bit poking out there. So let's go in and grab that. There we go. I've just remembered as I'm narrating this video, I haven't put the real shots in between these 2 patients. What I'll do, I'll put them at the end. So the ones you'll see at the end won't necessarily be of the one you've just seen. It'll be of both. I'll put them both on. Some people get annoyed when you don't put the real shot on at the end. You see it all coming out. I don't see the big issue, but some people like seeing it. It's fair enough. And who am I to not give the people what they want? And I'm wondering, is this the last bit? It's very dark, isn't it? Really black. So you can tell it had been in there quite a long time. There it is. A little bit angry, but otherwise not too bad. Now this, the second pair of ears, you can spot the difference here, can't you? Now you can see the eardrum all the way through there, and you can just about see it over the top of that one. This gentleman, I've seen it before, I think he might have been on one of my other videos before actually, is a hearing aid user. And as with any hearing aid user, you tend to get these problems because when you put your hearing aids in, your earwax is naturally trying to get out your ears, and it can't because you've got something in there. So when he put his hearing aid in, especially in this one here, I just couldn't hear a thing, you know, not a thing. And when we got this out, he when he turns it on, it plays a tune that lets you know that it's in and the battery's on and it's working and what have you. And before he said he couldn't hear it at all. So when I took this out and he put his hearing aid back in, he said, oh, the tune's back, you can hear again. So yeah, he was very happy. Whilst it looks like it might not be blocking the whole eardrum, the whole ear canal, it's kind of different when you have hearing aids, you know, because when you push it in, you can just push the hearing aid into these balls, you know, and they tell it won't work as well then. So just going to tidy up little bits around the edges. Quite narrow this one, so it's a little bit tricky. Now whilst I'm trying to get a few little bits there, I'm trying to not get involved in a skin peel because I don't think it needs it. Just tidying up a few little bits around that corner there, so you kind of have to bend the ear out the way and the little bits at the top as well here, because you can get some bits just hidden around that bend there, which can be quite tricky. Now, it's not essential to get all of it, obviously, as I've said on many other videos, but these little bits hidden around the corner, it is quite handy to get those out, because they can become the start of the next blockage, however long it may take for that to happen, you know. Because you can see it's collecting, can't you, at the bottom of the entrance there. So let's lift that up. Again, like I said, I don't want to get involved in a skin peel because this doesn't need it. But these thick, sticky bits at the entrance, we do certainly need to get rid of those. So I'm going to try and lift that up and kind of try and, as soon as it wants to start peeling all the way down, I'm stopping there and I'm trying to just slide it to the side. And there we go. Nice eardrum after that one. And this is the other one. Again, you can still see the eardrum in the background. Not totally blocked. But yeah, your hearing aid's not going to work very well in this one either. Very dry. This wax ends up in some quite odd shapes as well, because obviously every time you put the hearing aid in, you know, it kind of pushes everything to the sides a little bit, so you can get these tricky bits that are just stuck to the sides that you've got to peel away there. But managed to get that one without too much fuss. There we go. Out she pops. And another little flake for good measure. There we go. And let's just try and tidy up around the edges there. Again, trying not to get involved in a skin peel, because you can see the skin all the way down to the eardrum. It's absolutely fine. It's fresh, you know. If you start peeling something away and it's not ready to be peeled, you can start causing some bleeding. And that's the last thing we want to do. And touch wood, never caused any yet. And there's the eardrum afterwards. So I hope you enjoyed those 4 ears for us today. If you did enjoy them, then click those buttons that help me get found by other people, because there's loads of you out there that are trying to find this kind of stuff. So click a like, a heart, a follow, whichever platform you're on, a subscribe. But for now, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.